A symphony of praise. Full of honor for divine source. That day will arrive. And there's nothing they can do about it. They are evil. Yeah, that their book that they refer to, that their book, that's what it says. We will be the borrower, or they will be the borrower, and we will be the lender. We will borrow no more. That's what it says. That's the good book. Listen for confirmations. The name Peter is significant. Peter, P-E-T-E-R. Pugs might be significant. I see a gentleman walking a pug. There might be something about pugs. I know one family that likes, or that routinely gets pugs or has pugs. You know, that's their breed of dog of choice. That family's last name starts with a P. The wife's first name is Karen. There might be something about a Thomas and a Brown. First name could be Thomas. Confirmation bird chirping. And train. Again, just listen for the confirmations. I won't name them every time, but listen to them, for them. Peter, Richard, Mary, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm feeling a verbal animal confirmation coming. Something in regards or something about the U.S. Treasury. Perhaps You're due something from the U.S. Treasury? Confirmation? What in the hell was that? All right, ancestor. That was literally like a bag ruffling. There's no one else in here but me. But I. But myself. That was bag ruffling. Clearly. Thank you, universe, for your presence. Thank you, divine source. Thank you, ancestors, for your presence. Something about one dead. It's 9:19 and 61 degrees. And there's something about the way he or she looks at you. Or there will be something about the way he or she looks at you. You know something? Before I say that, let me share what I'm going to do. There are a lot of food recalls recently. A lot. And maybe it's just because I'm getting the news notifications or whatever. But it seems like a lot, like literally weekly, right? And or more precisely, I'm trying not to say literally so much, but more precisely every week, there is at least one recall for the last month, probably, maybe more than that. So there might be something coming up about a food shortage. Yeah, I guess that's what they need to do if they want the truth. Yep. Oh, so very interesting interaction. Uh, early this morning during my typical meditation time, usual meditation time, before the sun rises. I heard the title of a book the other day called The 5 a.m. Crowd or something like that. That might be of interest to someone. It talks about the benefits of rising before the sun or before Ra, which is very beneficial. You don't have to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but so this might just be for me. I don't know. Some of us, okay, I'm hearing many of us. Okay. It's rare that that's escalated. That typically is not escalated. Normally it's de-escalated. The word, normally that type of word, I don't know what you call that word. I'm not an English aficionado or grammar aficionado. However, we can clearly see patterns. These patterns exist. All throughout the layers and history of time, we see patterns. And with these patterns, we can tell time. And I've realized that with time, patience and faith, anything is possible. Anything darn near. But not everything. As I stand as a testament to the true nature of God, I stand ready, able, and willing to take on any forces that decide that the divine way is what they choose to attack. We will no longer be pushed around by the man. Our time has come. Believers, our time has come to believe. Don't call yourself one unless you are. I've come a long way to deliver this message. I hope it finds you well. My aim is to bless you and to secure you as a brother and a sister amongst the mighty and the few, not by man's titles and not by man's designations or insignias. Man has nothing to do with this promotion. I call you by a different name. Do you accept this? My will is life. My will is life. Not to and fro, but life. And that more abundant. If you accept the tasks and the responsibilities that you've signed up for. I will never promise you an easy road, but I'll promise you a safe one. My joy, my great joy, my great joy, my great joy, my great joy. Be with you always, my great joy. I send you to one of the more decrepit places. That's only because I know you can. Because you've done it before. I seen it. I witnessed it with my own eyes. You's a good one. That's why you're here. So don't be shy. God don't like too much of the shyness. You like uprightness. A little stubbornness is good. Remember to give honor where honor is due. That's to man and deity. I come in peace. To rid places of the shameful sinful past. It's 9:33. I would like it's exciting to see what's next. In all its trickery, the enemy could not get you. For good. Divine continues to be. As the sun is in the sky, as the raw energy is in the clouds, amongst the clouds. Raw energy. Divine source continues to shine through and desires to shine through you and me. But divine source is not forceful. Yeah. Divine source is even keel. You know what even keel means? Well, you could look at it as two words. Fair is what that means to me. Divine is fair. Even if it does not appear that way to man, divine is always fair. They do not discriminate. And they do not protagonate. I do not even know what that means. Alexa, tell us what protagonate means.
Protagonist is usually defined as the leading character, hero, or heroine of a drama or other literary work. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for protagonist.
Okay. I've been hearing an eagle or a hawk squawk this morning, starting at, I don't know, 5 something this morning probably, 4 something, 5 something. I'll say 5 something this morning. Then a little time will go by and I'd hear it again. And it was still not sunlight outside, so I could not see with the pupils. But So confirmation burp. Excuse me. We'll be called in. Any of us. To heal the very same people that came up against us. And I will tell you from the very beginning that it's the Lord's will and His purpose, even if you cannot understand it. And I'm saying that to myself. It is 64 degrees. It is 9:38. And 26:06 on the video timer. I'm reminded of someone that I spoke or shared a word of healing with, and then they were declared cancer free. Again, I'm not taking credit for that healing. That's divine. I don't take credit for my own healing. I give it to divine source as well. Outside of saying I manifested, date, time, location, and all that stuff, all those are divine details. Just know that you will be. The who and the where and the why and the how and that's not your responsibility. And again, I had to learn that. 27:27. Be faithful to do as you are led, despite what your emotions may be telling you. Confirmation with the bird squawking. Okay? So, be faithful to do as you are intuitively guided to do. I've had so much ascension through the Kundalini and crystals. It's now we get to sit at the table. So I know that I will be. I know that I'll be faithful. There's something about 329. It's the second time already I've seen that number today that I can recall. I might have seen it at 3:29 this morning because I was physically aware. Might be something about Mexico and Germany. When I went to go get my coffee this morning, the gentleman who served it to me asked me about Thanksgiving and if I was doing anything. Oh, by the way, this year is like it was the year that I was birthed this lifetime into this dimension, and that is Thanksgiving was the day before my birthday, and my birthday was on a Friday. So this year it's on a Friday, and Thanksgiving is on the 28th. I just heard it's like picture perfect. I just heard that. It's like picture perfect. I don't know. And this is, again, this is not, I guess in some way, perhaps it's a challenge, you know. I know I'm not the only one in pursuit, but I wonder who else is up here where I am. There has to be at least one, because I'm about to meet him. And then you have the investigators and judges and all of them too, right? And you have the friends of the divine masculine, and right, and then you have other divine feminine energies that are, yeah, that, and again, that has nothing to do with earthly gender types. I just saw something that says something about I'm going out with an 80-year-old millionaire. So there might be something about an older millionaire that, ooh, hook, line, and sinker. There might be something about an older millionaire, something about them and a younger, much younger person, and them going out with them, whether that's out like out on the town, or whether that's out with a bang, as in, you know, it's time for them to ascend. And by the way, it's 9:45. That's 9/9. But collective, I want us to know a lot of things. But I want us to know the people that are about to be brought to the forefront. Okay? The people that will be replacing the lawless. Okay? The rambunctious. Um, so it's 64 degrees and 9:46, and I'm reminded right now of someone who turned 60 today. We are 10 years and 3 days apart. Okay? I was under that man's tutelage for 20 years. And yeah, so happy birthday to him. I hope he's enjoying his day. And yeah, and same to the other gentleman that he's in relationship with. I hope they are good. And yeah. But 9:46, I was uh, my great awakening, my greatest awakening. I don't know. I've had others. Started when I was 46 years and 9 months old this lifetime. Also, there might be something about someone turning 46 in September or 64. The temperature like jumps and it did that this morning. It went from like 42 degrees to 49 degrees. It like jumped on the phone. And then it just jumped from 64 degrees to 66 degrees. George Steinbrenner. I remember in 1993 being in Ocala, Florida, and all of, again, this might just be for me, Florida, Ocala, 93, 39. And I was at a motorcycle show with Kevin, and George Steinbrenner was at the hotel that the motorcycle show was at. He was there for the Yankees summer training. And when Christian Laettner hit the turnaround from the free throw line, from the pass from Bobby Hurley to win the national championship in 1993. And yeah, so George Steinbrenner's name just came up. There might be something about that time that's significant about today, so, or this season. So again, that for me, that was 1993. George Steinbrenner. We were sitting right there, literally 2 feet from him, in the hotel, at that very moment in time when Christian hit that shot. So there's something about that. So there's something about George. I don't know when George was born. I don't know George's signs. I don't know any of that about George Steinbrenner. Alexa, when was George Steinbrenner born?
George M. Steinbrenner III was born on July 4, 1930.
So he was born on Independence Day. So there's something about freedom. Freedom from that time and that moment, I don't know. He's 80 years old currently. He was born 7/4/30. Seven for 30. Someone has a losing record. That's a real bad losing record. 7 for 30. Might be something about a miscarriage. There's something about an organization that supports women who've had a miscarriage. Peace and comfort to anyone who has. Whether you are a dark or light energy, it doesn't matter. That's not easy, or either way, whether you felt like whether it was an abortion or whether it was medical issues or what have you, I mean, it's just, that's not an easy decision. Either way, doesn't matter. I do want you to know that there is forgiveness, even for that, because that soul still exists, and that soul will return to fulfill its missions. Through another contract, through another vessel. So don't feel bad anymore. And again, I know that's easy to say. And it's a lot easier to say than to do. I understand that. But sweet dreams are made of these, as I look at those words on the screen. Sweet dreams are made of love and forgiveness. So who am I to disagree? And if you want to travel the world in the 7 seas, you don't have to join the Navy. You can travel the world in the 7 seas esoterically, energetically. Interesting. Be faithful to do what you've called to do, collective. And again, if you need to still do some ego clearing and healing and death, right? You still need to go through some ego death. You need to get through that. I can't give you a certain amount of time that it takes, but if you are needing assistance, you can feel free to reach out to me. And that goes for anything, any help, any that you feel spiritually that you or, I don't know, a child of yours is needing. If they are not your child, please do not contact me about them. I can't, because you have no authority there. So spiritually, so that would not make sense. That's a waste of time. Mm. So, hmm. Most High, I'm sorry. Divine Source. And again, this is that is that there. I'm thinking that's something that I need to heal right there. I haven't seen that person in 25 years, probably 20 years, 20, 23 years, probably. Man, I don't even know. Hmm, wow. We were in the military together. Um, and for synchronicity's sake, her name is Regina Jackson. Our energies met one another when I was trying to be like Kevin. And yes, again, my first, again, this lifetime big awakening or whatever was in 2007. Prior to that, I had plenty of karmic. Someone might sound their T's out like that. I don't know why I do that. But I just said plenty, like most people like, oh yeah, I got plenty, plenty. So someone might sound sound out their T's purposefully like that. But even prior to to that awakening at the end of '06, going into '07, still downloads, still cordial, still loving, still good heart. I was just making a lot of karmic choices. And I'm going to have to access the Akashic Records in order to take a look at that, because that is something that I really do. I am really curious about. And that was just something pertaining to my own journey, collective, that I was seeing. But I've never been more comfortable. In my own in this scan, I've never been more comfortable. I've never been more at home. I've never been more of who I truly am than right now. There may have been moments I was as much, but never more than I am right now. So, be faithful, collective. To do all of the things that Divine has guided you to do. Couple of song downloads that I've been hearing over the last couple of days. I want to say moments, but man has different definitions for stuff that I'm changing definitions for within myself, and Divine's giving me different definitions for. So for instance, if Divine says in a day, that means in 3 days. That doesn't mean tomorrow. If Divine says in a couple of days, that means 5 days. That doesn't mean 2 days. We're getting back to the original timing. The original, what is that called? Is that a metronome? It's 10 o'clock and 66 degrees. What is is that the thing that ticks back and forth? There might be something about someone named Ryan. Ticking back and forth. That's called a metronome, right? I think. We're getting back to the original timing. Alexa, how long is a generation?
Generations vary in length, but a typical generation may be between 22 and 32 years long.
I'm going to do some math here real quick. I have to do it longhand because I do not have any electronic device available other than the phone, which will stop if I do. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, so I forgot I was recording again. That's why I said, wait, what? I was talking to Spirit, but I just realized I was still recording. That's happened a couple of times today. Yeah, I guess. So, so what? That's not right. Sorry, I'm trying to, what? Oh, that's why. Oh, it's, oh. Why was I missing a one? I was off by a digit. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I couldn't figure out what was, okay. Uh, Again, former accountant. um, hmm. Okay, so yeah, so we're getting back to the original timeline. And the original timeline looks nothing like this timeline. I think that kind of goes without saying, but I said it. Looks nothing like this timeline. Um, it's a major paradigm shift, a major one. Um, so, and I mentioned that I was doing the math and all of that because seven 7 days used to be 7 weeks. Okay, so what we refer to today as a week used to be 7 years. Okay, so in old canonical writings, especially those that are many of those that are not published or at least not widely published today, um, if you whenever you see 7 days mentioned, well, actually, yes, it refers to 7 years, and you can count it out. And so it would say, so for instance, the canonical text may say something along the lines of, and Aaron spent how many ever years with the family in order to receive whoever Rebecca, whoever the wife is, right? Because back then, the males, would spend 7 years with a family, helping them, tilling their ground, helping them farm, and all of that sort of thing before they would be able to, before they could receive the bride, the daughter of that family. Okay, so that was 7 years. Okay, but in canonical texts, often, again, not most, a lot of it that is not widely published, if you will see it, and it will say 7 weeks, but that's 7 years. Okay, right? Same thing. Let's see where else. In the book of Enoch, the first book of Enoch, for instance, when Enoch is traveling esoterically and he's going to the mountains, the esoteric spaces, east and west, and to the north mountain and to the south mountain, and to he's going through this portal and the north portal and the portal on this mountain. And when he's doing all of these travels, and the angels and archangels are revealing to him these things and telling him how these things and why these things were created, both naturally and and energetic things. Enoch mentions often, he mentions 5,500. He speaks of 5,500 days, but that 5,500 days was actually 5,500 years, and that was from the moment that he was writing the canonical text and divine was giving him these words to the birthing of and consummation of Yeshua's 33 years. So it's these 55 days, but it's actually in earthly time is 5,500 years between Enoch time and Yeshua's time on this planet. Enoch in that form on this planet, okay, as we know it. Okay? I hope all of that made sense. So the days and times and things are changing. Okay? Again, I'm seeing time jump. Also, something else that I've noticed recently, I am catching the time when it's flipping often. Okay? So I'll look at the clock, it'll be 9 o'clock and 9:01 when I look at the clock. Okay? And I don't stare at it. It just happened. Okay? I'm looking at the video timer, right? I just glanced down at it. It was 56:59. I looked down at it, boom, 57. And so it's just like, and it's 10:10 on the timer, just on the actual clock, Mountain Standard Time. So I in the natural, I am seeing the time change. I'm seeing the time shift. I am seeing that. Okay? And it is proper order. And there's something about a twist of Cain, so it's different type of ending to Cain and Abel's story this type around. Okay? Whoever you represent, whether you represent Cain or Abel. Okay? Spiritually, there has been a ceasefire called, whether it's because the enemy waved the white flag, the right flag or the white flag. The right flag or the white flag. Maybe they wave the right white flag. Do not try to say that 3 times in a row fast. Interesting. Alexa, what's the word of the day?
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your word of the day skill right now.
So Alexa's having trouble accessing the word of the day, so someone's having trouble accessing something. Perhaps your energy or your thoughts, your body, your money, your Akashic records, where somebody's denied access. Forevermore. So, I am aware of this moment, the moment. I am aware of it. I hope that we all are. I know that not all will be, obviously, but that's my hope. We are here in a time and moment collective that has never been seen but has always been promised. We are here in a moment in time that has never been seen but has always been promised. We are here at this moment in time for what has never been seen but has always been promised. You got to pack your bags and get ready. You got to pack your bags and get ready. Because here comes transportation to take you out of whatever slum you've been living in. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Thank you, Divine Source. Your word is true. It does not return to you void, and man can do nothing about it. You reign true, and I will strike the ground and split the earth with your word. Your word splits the earth. Your words created that highway and that ocean. Your words. There's 3 women walking down the street together. There might be something about 3 women in your life. Thank you, Star Seeds Light Workers. Thank you to all who have been helping with your white magic to combat all of the evil deeds of wickedness against the collective. You will be rewarded, and your deeds have not gone unnoticed. You will get to sit amongst the few and the living. So thank you. Some die once, some die twice. Some die once, some die twice. If you would like to reach out to me, for help with your journey, healing, and for you, for your seed. I have come to heal and be set free, and then to set free. Doesn't matter where you are on your journey. It's just starting out, or on the 8th step of your 9-step process. Might be something about 98 or 89. Forever in all my days, I will see synchronicities in my life. These synchronicities, although man tries to control with all of his tantric programs, man can face nothing. Man is a coward. Man is a sheep. Man is a sheep. Sheep require shepherds. Reminded of a song by an artist. Her name is Juanita. That's Juanita. Juanita. And I'm not very familiar with her. I only know one song from her, and this was a download some months ago, back in springtime. 10808 on the video timer. And the title of the song is Who's Gonna Tell the Wolf They're Not a Dog? So, we all are a part of something. Even if we consider ourselves to be a part of nothing, we are a part of something. You cannot exist and be a part of nothing. And when I say you exist, I mean energetically. An atom cannot exist and not be a part of nothing. An atom, by its very nature, but by it merely existing, is a part of something. Okay, and everything. There's the oneness, there's the duality. I wasn't going to share anything from the notebook, but let me see. read this. I wrote this down a few days ago. Today we stand as a mark for righteousness, not religion. A feather just fell down onto the page. That might be significant. Feathers falling, feathers. We're getting a feather in our cap. I think that means like some type of honor or something, right? And again, there's something about Grant. A Grant, Grant, last name Grant, first name Grant, Grant. There's something about Grant. Street, place called Grant, city, something. I don't know. Okay, so let me start again. Sorry. So today, we stand as a mark for righteousness, not religion. As humans propose. But we are a different galaxy and planet. We are of a different galaxy and planet. Excuse me. Our sources, our strengths, are not derived or extracted from humankind. Confirmation. Might be something about a delivery truck. They're going next door to deliver some boxes. But that was great confirmation, divine source. We are not of the human race. Extraterrestrials. We are of a different galaxy and planet. Our sources, our strengths are not derived or extracted from humankind. However, they are for humankind. They are in fact for every kind. We are not here to conform. We appear as you as to not have excuse for realism. Toss out all of your nomenclature and political jargon. Everything we have done has been to include you in your devices. Sadly, we cannot accept all of it or all of you. Attachments that fail to be detached in a timely fashion will have to remain in darkness for another cycle. What have you chosen? Okay, it was 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 7 seconds on the video timer when I finished that. So, we have to ask ourselves that question every day, because we can rise or fall every single day. And again, there's something on the screen about a miscarriage. So thank you so much, Collective, for being a part of the journey here on this form. My sole purpose for being here is to be a light to those who are ready to ascend and a wonder to those who choose not to be. That is why we are here. And there's an update coming. Thank you for tuning in. It's not just a day. None of them are. But they're each an opportunity. Take advantage.